up with titles for the book is it's kind of tricky. You get an idea for the story. Let's just say it's going to be a story about a killer. Okay, a lot of murder mysteries. A lot of mysteries are murder mysteries, and so you're going to have a killer. You got to think of something unusual or unique for that particular the way that death is going to take place, and then your villain is going to fit that role. So now you come back and you say, I want my characters that possess these certain things, and the good guys, the villain, the protagonist has to embody certain admirable qualities. The villain has to be equally as strong as and smart as, okay, your main character. And then you have them go through whatever they go through. And in that process, I like to step back and say, what's an overarching umbrella that kind of quantifies this adventure they went on? And then that's the idea for my title. Then I like to do double entendres, and I'll have a title that means one thing. As an example, it'll mean one type of thing to the villain and a different thing to the protagonist. For example, in The Keepers, there was a character who was kind of a clone human, genetically engineered human, and they did these in volume, and they didn't give them names. So her name was Keeper 27. They just numbered them, kind of like the Nazis gave their prisoners, tattooed them on their arm with a number. It was a way to dehumanize, right? So I wanted that aspect present. And then she was the keeper. And so the characters get in trouble, and one of the villains says, well, you've got new keepers now, don't you? And then the other keepers were like, who keeps you safe? Do we need keepers? So that's kind of, maybe that's a triple entendre. That's just an example. So I always like to have it relate to the story, but also have a second meaning. And they almost always have second meanings in my titles.